At this point, I'm just going to wait because the stream is most likely going to restart on me. But you know what? Saying that, it's probably not going to happen now because I said that. It looks like the stream did not restart. Of course it didn't. The one time I don't do an intro. All right, what's up, guys? We're doing some commentary here for the and oh yeah, there it is. Now it restarted. Now the stream restarted. What's up, guys? We're doing commentary for the Jets and San Francisco 49ers. The New York Jets are getting the football, and we will see Aaron Rodgers for the first time this season. We'll also see the San Francisco 49ers. They will not be playing with Christian McCaffrey tonight. And this kick by the 49ers will go into the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Aaron Rodgers, a 4-time NFL MVP. One more, he tied Peyton Manning's record for the most MVPs. Won a Super Bowl before back in 2011, 10 Pro Bowl selections, best touchdown to interception ratio in NFL history. We know what Aaron Rodgers can do. But let's see if he can put it forward and do it with the New York Jets. So he starts out under center, and he got under center when he tore his Achilles last year. And he's going to toss to Breece Hall, who will break one tackle but not get that much farther as he gets around 3 yards there. Nathaniel Hackett, the play caller for this Jets offense. Lots of people critical of that said Nathaniel Hackett, claiming he only gets the job because of Aaron Rodgers. And obviously the Jets trying to rebuild their offensive line. Lots of new faces. Most notable, Tyron Smith, a 1-year, $20 million contract. And Rodgers going to toss again to the other side to Hall, but he's going to go up the middle, and he will be taken down. Gets another few yards there. Might see our first pass here from Aaron Rodgers. So hopefully he'll make it farther than a drive. Just don't let Leonard Floyd blitz him. And obviously the play caller, Nick Sorsen, for the 49ers. They've had one of the best defenses in the NFL. And obviously Tulanga Hufanga is coming back from injury, one of the better safeties in the NFL as well. So we'll have to, I would keep an eye out for him this year. 3rd and 3, Rodgers in the shotgun. Conklin in motion. Rodgers will throw this one over the middle. It's incomplete. That one intended for Lazard. And a 3-and-out start for the New York Jets. You just see here, Lazard over the middle, had Warner on him, and he just drops it. Good throw there by Aaron Rodgers, but I guess he felt the steps or felt the presence of Fred Warner, and it's incomplete. Rodgers seems a little frustrated there. And not the best start for the New York Jets, but might be better than last year because obviously Aaron Rodgers lasted longer than a drive. Morstead to punt, and he will do that. And there's a catch by Crowing, the punt returner, and now Brock Purdy will come onto the field for his first drive of the season. Also, a little bit of a note: Deebo Samuel has changed his number. He's number 1 now. And Brock Purdy last year, 12-4 record, 4,280 passing yards. That was the most passing yards in San Francisco 49ers football history. So obviously Brock Purdy, the franchise quarterback, still under a rookie contract, probably going to get a really big extension in the next few years. They're without Christian McCaffrey tonight, so Jordan Mason going to get the start here at running back as Elijah Mitchell is on IR to start the year. Juszczyk in the backfield. Here is to Mason, and he will get about a yard there before being taken down by a bunch of Jets. And lots of guys fired up tonight. Lots of trash talk seems to be going on, and Sherwood and Sauce Gardner doing a little handshake there. But you take a look here at the 49ers offense, one of the best in the NFL. It look a little bit better with Christian McCaffrey in there. And the 49ers had some contract issues this past year. Obviously, Brandon Ayuk, he was in a contract dispute, but he ultimately got it done. Trent Williams, we didn't know if he was going to play, but he got a deal done just about a week ago. Purdy to throw. He throws this one near the sideline. It's caught. There's George Kittle. And he gets tackled about 2 yards short before the first down. And you see Kittle here off the line, just an out route, and I don't think the Jets expected that. You saw Quincy Williams there on him, got to him a little bit late. 3rd and 2 coming up for Brock Purdy and company. It's going to be interesting because normally you would see maybe a run here to McCaffrey, but it looks like they're going to pass this one as nobody's in the backfield, but Mason's going to move in there with Purdy. Kittle in motion. You have Ayuk on an island one-on-one. And now Purdy will throw. He's under pressure. He's just going to throw this one up. And it is incomplete. Intended for Deebo Samuel. A little bit overthrown, but good coverage there by the New York Jets. That was Michael Carter the second there on the coverage. And that'll bring up 4th down. So another 3 and out. 2 3 and outs to start the season for both teams. And there's Quinnen Williams. Just powers down McKivitz, the right tackle. And just a simple push. McKivitz just couldn't get a chance to get under his shoulder pads. And Quinnen Williams, they're able to deliver some good pressure. Xavier Gibson's going to be back here on the punt for the New York Jets. And there it is. Gibson's going to get a chance to return, and he gets past the 30, but going to tiptoe his way to about the 31. Good play there by the 49ers. And the Jets will come right back onto the field. 2 3 and outs to start this game on Monday Night Football. We'll see if the Jets can get our first down of the game when we come back. I don't know if Christian McCaffrey is not helping them, but they got to find a way to defend Quinnen Williams because 49ers offensive line is supposed to be one of the best in the NFL. And literally just one push from Quinnen Williams, and he knocked McKivitz right out of the way. So you got to figure that out. Maybe the quick game will be something to use here. Listen, I'm hoping for no Deebo Samuel or Mike Williams receptions today because I was supposed to be using Christian McCaffrey, and obviously because he's my starting running back, my number 1 overall pick, and then he gets hurt. I mean, what the hell? I mean, it's honestly ridiculous. In 2 leagues. Now, 1 league, I'm up by 36 points. So I don't care about that. That was the league I was talking about on yesterday's stream. This league, I'm playing Cole, and I'm up by 5. And he's got Deebo Samuel and Mike Williams. I was supposed to use Christian McCaffrey, so it was all supposed to check out. And then, let's see. I guarantee you his percentage is probably at 90-something now because of Christian McCaffrey's injury. Let's take a look. Also have some Stadium Live picks today, so we're going to be on the lookout for those. Let's see. Yeah, 94% for him. Yesterday it was it's 60 for me. Get out of here, man. I'm getting cooked in fantasy baseball. Oh, boy, I'm about to lose the playoffs. Oh, I'm about to go out first round. My man Dom Schultz about to beat me. That's a shame. I didn't really pay attention that much to fantasy baseball this year. I can't even lie. I don't know if it's 2 weeks. Is it? I don't know. What seed was I? I had to be a terrible seed. I was the 9th seed, so yeah, I mean, I didn't really care. I barely paid attention to. I kind of during the summer, I kind of forgot I had it, but no excuses. Okay, so there is 2 weeks. Okay, so I lost first week. Let's see. Hopefully, I can come back next week. All right. Anyway, here's Rodgers to throw to start. He's under pressure, and he's just going to dump this one off to Breece Hall, and he fumbles it, and it is recovered by the San Francisco 49ers. They will take over in Jets territory. A terrible start for the New York Jets. That was Collins there on the recovery. And that was Fred Warner on the pop. And he came in flying with that punch to knock that ball out. And if you're that is why running back coaches always tell you in those positions to tuck the ball with two hands. Breece Hall, I mean, I don't blame him for doing it with one. He's supposed to get a lot more yards on that play. But Fred Warner is an absolute dog. And he punched that ball out. I'd like to know what his score is on the punch bags meter, or whatever the hell the thing it's called. But anyway, they take over. Deebo Samuel's in the backfield. He moves out, and he'll get a carry here. Here's Deebo, and he will get about 2 to 3 yards there. Looks like to be 3, and then I'll bring up second down. Well, that was pretty exciting to start, if I do say so myself. And we'll have top 5 NFL teams out tomorrow. Forgot to mention that. 2nd and 7. Samuel once again in the backfield. He moves out. And Purdy will throw, pump fakes, and this one over the middle, incomplete, intended for Deebo Samuel. There was Quincy Williams, after giving up that pass to Kittle, able to make it up for it on that play. 3rd and 7. See Samuel here just coming out of the backfield, and Purdy had him. But just a nice play there by Williams, able to break that up. And Samuel, I guess he was trying to say, get it farther out in front of me, but I don't really know how much farther he could have asked for it. It's a pretty good ball, just a nice play. Mason moves out of the backfield here. It's 3rd and 7 from the 29, and Purdy will throw. He's under pressure. He throws on the run, and he just throws it away. It's incomplete, and that will be another 3 and out for the San Francisco offense, and that will send on the kicking team. Deebo, if the offensive line would have protected him, Deebo was open there on that comeback route. Did a really good job getting out of his break. He probably would have had him there, but nonetheless, Jake Moody will attempt a 46-yard attempt. Moody was 21 for 25 last year. His longest field goal make was 57. This from 46. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the 49ers, they strike first, not what they would have wanted off the turnover. And the Jets will quickly come back for their 3rd drive onto the field. Lots of action to start this game. Well, not too much action. This game is seen a lot of incompletions and stop clocks and stuff like that. So not as exciting as the start to yesterday's game was. I think that the freaking Jets need to start moving. I mean, Breece Hall. I mean, honestly, I don't really know what you could do on that play because Fred Warner is just such a beast. Let's see. Got some Stadium Lives picks. Rodgers not looking so good here on these passing yards. They need to get over 238.5 passing yards. He's got 2. Hall, he's got 7 out of the 63.5 I need him to get on rushing yards. Wilson has 0 receiving yards. I had McCaffrey for over 72.5 rushing yards, but he's out. Samuel, I need 49.5 total receiving yards. I'm kind of hoping that doesn't happen. I should have bet the under there because I don't want that to happen because then I probably lose. I think I would lose in fantasy then. Rodgers over 2.5 rushing yards. I have a low stake bet on that. Garrett Wilson an anytime touchdown, but then I have Rodgers to get more passing yards than Brock Purdy in this game. So lots of bets in this one. What if I just bet on some random soccer game? Because I know absolutely nothing about soccer. People have asked me before, like, would you ever think of doing soccer on your YouTube channel? And I just say, I don't know anything about soccer. Like, I don't, I know it's a hard sport and all. I just don't know anything about soccer. I mean, it is what it is. Not really that deep for me. Anyway, the 49ers will kick off in the end zone again. Now, I heard actually last night on Sunday Night Football, so I was thinking about this earlier. One of my friends told me that somebody on Sunday Night Football did not know the rules. I forget who he said. One of the commentators didn't know the rules for the game. This is in the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now, I thought it said on the screen, if there's like a full game replay, I thought it said on the screen that um, both teams get the ball, because I knew in the regular season it's only one team. Like if you score a touchdown, the game's over. But I could have swore it said on the screen both teams get the football. Now maybe I was just tired and I was mistaken, but I could have swore it said that. Nonetheless, we're back at it here. The Jets on the 30. Rodgers will hand this one off, and Brees Hall will go absolutely nowhere. He will be stopped on the line of scrimmage. And the 49ers defense so far has been absolutely dominant. I know it's early, but you see Javon Hargrave there, and no one there on the edge to block Nick Bosa. I don't care if that play goes to the. I mean, Javon Hargrave is really what ruined the whole thing, and it made him cut right back inside. And you're running right into Nick Bosa. I mean, I don't care if you're Adrian Peterson, Brees Hall, or Jesus himself. You don't want to run into Nick Bosa. And here's a toss to Hall on the outside. He's going to cut inside, and he'll only gain about 2 yards. The 49ers sideline, they are hyped up. Fred Warner on the tackle, and this team is just dominating. Brees Hall getting a lot of carries. Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan at Bad Blood is official. All right. 3rd and 8. I mean, I get this to Garrett. We'll try to get this to Garrett Wilson. I think he has a yeah, there's a cushion on. Actually, no, now they're going to play press on him. Mistake there for the Jets. He should have snapped that. If he had a cushion, he could have had him over the middle. Looks like they're to send the blitz, and they are. Rodgers the throw. He's going to go to Wilson, and he makes the catch. Actually, no, that was Mike Williams. Sorry. Or no, it was Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson changed his number. What a catch, though, by Garrett Wilson. Right over Lenore. Fake the inside. Will shake off the line of scrimmage. Great release. And that is what made the play. But gosh, Lenore got his hand in there as well. Great play there by what number? Oh, Mike Williams is 18. I forgot that Garrett Wilson changed his number. I was thinking about Deebo Samuel changing his number. Great play there by Garrett Wilson, though. Rodgers under center. A bit of a quick snap, and he fakes it to Hall, and Rodgers over the middle, caught by Hall, and he will get about a few yards there. But now I can't get it. That was a really great catch there by Garrett Wilson. I'm telling you, this guy can really play. Like, he's played with some really bad quarterbacks throughout his career. And now that he had, 179 career receptions from 7 different quarterbacks, and he's gotten two 1,000-yard seasons. This guy is a beast. He had a great release. Lenore made up for it, but it was a really great catch. 2nd and 7. Here's a draw to Hall, and he will just be shut down again. Fred Warner and Collins as well. Brees Hall has gone nowhere tonight. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Jets. Collins, just look at him right through that A gap, and oh God, he absolutely shook Vera Tucker. He tried to get him through that A gap because that's where Hall was going to go through, but he just went right around him. He went one way, Collins went the other. I don't care who you are, what your occupation is, take on the blocker. And he just tried to guess, and bad mistake. 3rd and 7, Rodgers will throw over the middle, caught, 1st down. Who else? Garrett Wilson. So Raw only is going to have 2 hours starting on Mondays until the Netflix deal. Anyway, Garrett Wilson here in the slot over the middle. You see, that's the problem with zone coverage, though. But the assignment for the safety, that being Odom, is to come down and guard Garrett Wilson, saying he gets behind the defense. Rodgers with a great recognition to know that Garrett Wilson was going to be open there. And here's a toss in the backfield to Hall, well, a pass in the backfield to Hall, and he will get the first down. And this is the New York Jets team that many people were expecting. Rodgers almost cracked a smile there. Good blocks here. You look at Conklin making a block there, taking out. I couldn't see the number, but he really made that play there. Tyler Conklin. That is something you want to see out of your tight ends, making the effort to make those blocks. And your receivers, too. Lazard was able to block inside. Power I formation for the New York Jets. Hall in the backfield. 4 seconds to snap. You got to get this off, and they barely do. Here is Hall. And Hall cuts inside and only gets a few. Better than what he's been getting. I think he got around 4 there. And this is the second season for Nathaniel Hackett being the offensive coordinator for the Jets. And see Robert Saleh there. If the Jets do not produce this year, he is in deep, deep trouble with their general manager, Joe Douglas, as well. Gibson in motion. Rodgers dropping back. Has time, throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Didn't really have anybody open there. He just tried to throw it up. It's now 3rd and 7. Rodgers, lots of time, and that's what the Jets offensive line want. And that's what people were expecting. You spent a lot of money here on this offensive line. And you wanted to produce 32% red zone percentage last year for the Jets. That's the worst since the 2012 Chiefs. That is abysmal. Obviously, they didn't have great quarterback play, but obviously Aaron Rodgers, a big step up from that. 3rd and 7. Rodgers the throw. He drops back, has time over the middle. Caught Garrett Wilson again, and he gets tackled at the 11-yard line. And that has been Aaron Rodgers' premier target so far, and for good reason. Just a little bit of a slant here. And this play is designed for Garrett Wilson. Everybody runs go routes. And you see the man-to-man coverage. And that play is designed for Garrett Wilson to get open there. Aaron Rodgers 5 for 6, 53 yards on this drive passing. They take it from the 11. Wilson in motion. Rodgers will throw. He throws a screen in the backfield to Wilson, who cuts inside. Wilson makes one man miss and gets tackled at the 3-yard line. Second and 2 coming up. And once again, Tyler Conklin, another block to take out 2 defenders there. He takes out Brown and Lenore. Look, you see that block? Great job. Lenore thinks Wilson is going to the outside, which is what you're trained to do. You're always trained to get to the outside as a receiver. But Conklin realizes and has the awareness that Wilson's going to the inside. He's able to take out 2 guys in the process. Here's Breece Hall, and he takes it in for the touchdown. And the New York Jets have taken the lead. Breece Hall finds his way to the end zone. 12 plays, 75 yards, 7:07 taken off the clock. And the New York Jets, that is what everyone has expected from them, and they got it. Breece Hall, his first touchdown of the year. And the Jets here up by 3. Zuerlein will have a chance to make it 7 or 4, and he makes it 7-3 with 3:51 remaining. What a drive there from the New York Jets. That was good. That was good. You just need to keep it going. If you don't keep it going, then that's all for nothing. So, that's another thing to keep going. So I think so far Garrett Wilson 45 receiving yards. So that one looks like it's going to be checked off. I would also I guess Aaron Rodgers is not going to get the 2.5 rushing yards that I need him to get. Brees Hall, how many rushing yards? He has 16 out of 63 and a half. Okay. Rodgers 63 out of 238 passing yards. All right, I can live with that. All right, so this I can we can work on this here. Deebo, I need to get you. You need to get. You need. I mean, for the sake of fantasy, which I care about more, don't get receiving yards. But if he gets 5 points, then just if Mike Williams then somehow gets Cole 5 points, then I don't really care. Then get what you need. I'm so mad. And he might not even play next Sunday, Christian McCaffrey. I can't. We're back now, and the 49ers, they got stunned there by the Jets. Brees Hall. Oh yeah, Brees Hall already has 10 points. The Niners defense has 7. Oh boy, Christian McCaffrey might screw me. I might need see that touchdown from Brees Hall kind of screwed me over. And Aaron Rodgers, he's loving it. I need the Jets offense to start dominating. But just not with Brees Hall, though. He's gotten a lot of carries. I forgot I was playing Brees Hall. And now Purdy in the shotgun. He's going to toss this one to Mason on the outside. And Mason gets 4 there. Next Monday Night Football, the Eagles and the Falcons. So that should be a good one. Falcons lost to the Steelers. Eagles beat the Packers in their Week 1 matchups. And you know how much of an Eagles fan I am. 2nd and 6. Purdy under center. Mason in the backfield. And they'll give it to him again. Here is Mason for a first down. Gets past the 45. Maybe a little Christian McCaffrey there. You see the hole getting opened up here. You see Puny, the right guard, and he really makes that play. Blocking inside. And also McKivitz blocking in as well. That just opens up the entire gap for Mason. Gives him the ability to do whatever he wants. Deebo Samuel in the backfield. He moves out. and they'll give it to him. Samuel bounces off one man, and he takes it for a few yards. So it seems like Deebo Samuel is in the run game plans today. Jordan Mason signed in 2022 as an undrafted free agent out of Georgia Tech. This is his first career start in his 34th game. Has 4 career rushing touchdowns, and he had 3 last year. So obviously has some experience with the 49ers, been in the league for a couple of years. And under Kyle Shanahan's team, over 5,000 yards for undrafted players. For rushing players, sorry. And this one over the middle, and it is dropped by Brandon Ayuk, who just signed a big contract extension. Sauce Gardner there on the coverage. Ayuk, I mean, decent release, and actually Sauce able to knock it down, I think, in the last second. Yeah, he's able to just barely get his finger on the ball. That is why you always got to tuck it immediately after you catch it. Not sure how much time Ayuk had to do that, but it always should be your first instinct. And Sauce Gardner, third defensive player to be named All Pro and I don't know, Pro Bowl or some stupid stuff with Lawrence Taylor and Micah Parsons. Juwan Jennings in motion. Purdy in the shotgun. He will throw. Has some time. This one going deep and, well, kind of deep. And it is caught over on near the sideline. Brandon Ayuk, and he makes up for it there. Ayuk here. There's that little cushion that they give him in. Honestly, not the best break. He kind of also gives hands to the face there on Adams. He gets away with it, but Purdy with a nice throw. Ayuk goes up with it. Not great coverage there by Adams. Doesn't really stay on the outside shoulder that well. And he's got to get lower. Both guys had to get lower, but Ayuk just has that talent where he can win that one. This looks like it's a run. Mason in the backfield, and actually, no, it's going to be a play action. Flag down here on the play. Purdy, and he's just going to dive at the line of scrimmage. It could be an eligible man downfield. Not necessarily sure here. False start, possibly. I don't know. Are we going to get a call? So a penalty decline, a legal formation. Of course it was. Of course it was a legal formation. What player was it on again? These illegal formation calls, man. There's something. Pistol formation for the 49ers after the decline penalty from the Jets. 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Purdy 2 for 6, only 20 yards passing tonight. Here's a toss to Mason. He tries to get to the outside, and Mason able to gain a solid chunk of yards there on second down. He slams the ground. I guess he thought he could have got more. And that will most likely take us to the end of the first quarter. And we have an injury here, actually, as Michael Clemens looks like he'd be grabbing near his groin area as he hobbles off the field. I doubt the 49ers will run another play, and they will not. So, the Jets, after 2 disappointing drives to start the season, the third one, they go down the field, and they just absolutely cook the 49ers defense. We'll see if the 49ers have an answer here. They'll have third down in Jets territory when we come back. How many points? I guarantee Deebo has like 1 point so far. Let's see. Deebo, 0.8 points. You know that'll change soon. Brees Hall. Brees Hall's kind of worrying me a little bit. Oh, so the girl. Oh, so someone. Oh, so the bracelet for CM Punk. The girl, I guess, who gave it to him. She's not mad about it. She just said like a heads up would have been nice because they're selling the bracelet on WWE Shop. That's interesting. So now October 7th through the end of 2024, when Raw goes to Netflix through Monday, on Monday, December 30th, Raw will be 2 hours. So that's interesting. So that's interesting there. All right, 3rd and 5. Deebo in motion. So the Niners on the Jets 29 here. Purdy end around the Mason to Deebo, and he is in the backfield, and he is still breaking tackles, and gets tackled lots of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Deebo was almost ready to slam the ball. I guess he felt he could have done something more, and this is not good. Sauce Gardner down on his knees. Doesn't seem to be in too much pain. Might have just cramped something up there, and the Jets had this scouted from a million miles away. Saw Jermaine Johnson almost ready to tackle Mason before he could even hand it off to Deebo. So Deebo loses 3 there. Honestly, probably could have lost a lot more that could have possibly taken him out of field goal range, but good job by Deebo to make the effort to at least keep them in it. And this will be from 51 for Jake Moody. He's made one earlier. He's 2 for 3 in field goals, 50 yards plus, and this one will make him 3 for 4. It is good, 7-6. So the Niners getting some points on the board. They're still down by 1, and the offense has not looked as sharp as it did last season. Maybe that'll change, but the Jets now have a chance to respond, and keeping that picture of Aaron Rodgers up for more than a few seconds just looks creepy. He honestly looks like he doesn't want to be there, which he probably didn't, but still. So anyway, back to I'll talk. I mentioned this before on yesterday's stream. I'll say it again. Um, we have some streams coming up. We have the streams that are coming up is that we have the Bills and Dolphins stream on Thursday. Hopefully Tyreek Hill doesn't get into any more incidents. And then we have UFC 306 on Saturday. And then next week, Sunday, we'll do the Bears and Texans, I think it is. Yeah, there's UFC 306. See, I don't know. People are saying this event will be a flop, this, that, or the other, because the prices had to go down. Some people say it's because of Canelo Alvarez. I would think the Spear's still going to be sold out because the tickets went down, and the UFC will gloat about that. So I'm not like too like I don't know how hype I am for it because I mean, there are good fights. Like the really fights I'm interested for about 4 fights on the card, and that's about it. Like for 300 and cards like that, like I was actually interested in those sort of cards, like the entire card in general. And Gibson will take this one out from the landing zone. He'll get about to the 29-yard line. Like I'm interested in the Rojas fight because I think him, Tablet, and Bo Nickel are the three future world champions. Those are three guys that I'm really interested in. And then obviously Lopez and Ortega, Shevchenko and Grasso, and Marab and O'Malley. So I'm not too hype. I mean, I'm interested for the main card. The first two fights will be whatever. I understand they have a lot. They can't pay any more money for like the biggest superstars as much as people want a fantasy book. And here's a fake to Brees Hall to start. Rodgers going deep, and he just threw it to absolutely nowhere. I guess he realized that no one was going to get open, or maybe he had miscommunication. I have no clue. It looked like he was going to go for Garrett Wilson there, but yeah, I don't think that the UFC was going to pay for even more title fights. I think Rodgers expected Wilson to go. He went in. I think he was expecting him to go out. I'm not sure what kind of route Wilson. Maybe Wilson thought he was just getting jammed and he wasn't getting the football. I don't know. Nonetheless, 2nd and 10 here. And Hall gets a toss here. He'll get on the inside and he'll gain around 6 there. Oh, Bret Hart's returning there. I forgot he was returning tonight. And that was Ward there on the tackle. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Jets. Brees Hall in the backfield with Aaron Rodgers. Jets are 3 for 4 on 3rd downs. Conklin in motion. Rodgers looks like he's changing the protection. Stack set. Trips on the right. Rodgers will throw. And he is going to be sacked! Pretty much immediately, Nick Bosa got in there, as well as Leonard Floyd. So Rodgers' Achilles didn't pop, but there was a penalty flag. It was holding on John Smith John Simpson, sorry, for the Jets. And you see Nick Bosa here off the edge. He forces Rodgers out of the pocket, and then Leonard Floyd there able to pick up the scraps and get the sack. And the Jets will be forced to punt it away to the 49ers. And almost a blocked punt there. See if we get a return here. We will. And Crowing gets a solid gain there, about 7 yards. And the 49ers offense back onto the field after scoring a field goal. And we'll have to wait for that as we go to a commercial break. It is 7-6 49ers. The 49ers defense gets a stop. How will the offense respond? 12:43 remaining in the first half. All right, we're back. 49ers offense back onto the field. Now they're pointing to the sideline to Robert Turner Jr., the running backs coach, and CMC being out is not in his best interests, or is not in his biggest favor. Use check in motion. Mason in the backfield, Purdy under center. Here's a fake. Purdy rolling out of the pocket. He can run and he will. Purdy will dive for the first down. And the 49ers will get a fresh set of downs there. That is what you want to see from San Francisco if you are a fan. And Jets really thought Mason was going to get the football. I haven't really seen Purdy do this often, which is roll out of the pocket off a play action. He normally sits in the pocket for the majority of the time, but a good play there from Purdy. Now, 1st and 10 from the 43. And here is a end around jet sweep to Deebo Samuel, and Samuel will step out of bounds after gaining a few yards there. Looked to be about 7. Second and 4. So the 49ers using Deebo Samuel more as a running back today, as they really haven't passed them the ball at all. 49ers 45 rushing yards. They've averaged 5 yards a carry. So it seems like the run game is in their game plan. I'm sure they thought CMC would be a part of that. And here is a handoff to Mason again, and he will get the first down into Jets territory. 49ers keep on moving. Contract average per year. Nick Bosa, position rank first. Christian McCaffrey first. Fred Warner second. Kittle third. Williams third. Brock Purdy $1 million cap hit. Lowest by week 1 for a starting quarterback. And the 49ers are one of the best teams in the NFL. I mean, the 49ers with their expenses is really good. I mean, they paid Trent Williams. You're probably only going to get as much value as you can out of him for the next 3 years. Ayuk didn't get paid as much as I thought he was going to. Here's Mason on the toss. He gets around 6 or 7 there on the carry. And now the 49ers seem like they're moving the football quickly down the field. Mason rushing yards per game last season 12.5, or he averaged 12.5 rushing yards per game last year, and tonight he has 35 in total. So making do with what he has done. And the 49ers, if he has a really good game, they might consider keeping out CMC an extra week just to get him healthy. Mason, nice job breaking a tackle and trying to break another one. He gets down to the 30. And the 49ers continue to drive down the field with Jordan Mason, 7 carries, 44 yards. That's an average of 6.3 yards per carry. They might need to keep feeding this guy because he is doing some really good things for the 49ers tonight as the clock continues to run. We're under 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Purdy this time in the shotgun. We'll see if they continue to give it to Mason or they try to switch this one up. Kittle in motion. They're going to toss here to Mason, who will try to get to the outside. And Mason able to break through, gets past the 15, and the 49ers are in the red zone. But there's a flag. Now the 49ers fans are cheering, but this one might be coming back. And yep, there is holding on San Francisco. That on McKivitz, the right tackle, who almost gave up a sack earlier. Now the holding penalty, and he got his arm wrapped around C.J. Mosley. Can't do that. Held him back. Yep. Now they look at the replay. Good call there. Kyle Shanahan frustrated as hopefully for them, they did not lose their momentum. 1st and 19. We have a timeout here on the field. I don't know if there's an injury or something, but the staff comes on to give water. And I guess we're going to continue to play. I have no idea. CJ Mosley did have to come off. Is coming off the field here. He maybe got the wind taken out of him, walking on the sideline without his helmet. And the play selection this drive for San Francisco: 6 carries, no passes, and they will pass this one here over the middle to Samuel. It's incomplete. And that was DJ Reed there on the coverage. Deebo Samuel still without a reception tonight. And I guess Mosley got injured. I don't know where he got injured. Maybe on his neck. I mean, he got landed on too as well. So probably just the wind knocked out of him. Also, Quincy Williams came in there and maybe his head. I don't know. Nonetheless, hopefully CJ Mosley's okay. 2nd and 19. And Purdy will throw again. He drops back deep. He throws this one over the middle. It's caught for the first down. That's Jawan Jennings. And the 49ers back to where they started. They're back in the red zone. And they will have a fresh set of downs with that. And Jawan Jennings there over the middle. Someone's got to pick him up. And just no one does. I suppose that was supposed to be Tony Adams there, the safety, but I think he had to pick up somebody else. Yeah, he had to pick up Ayuk going down the field. Nobody communicated, though, and it results in a 49ers first down. Mason's back out there, Purdy under center. And they'll give it to him. Here is Mason. Breaks through. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jordan Mason. Oh, nope, a penalty. This one's coming back. Holding on the offense. Hold your horses, everyone. This one's coming back. Deebo Samuel on the hold. Or was it puny? I don't know. Did they really call it on him? Or did they call it on Deebo? Oh, they called it on Deebo. Ticky-tacky, I'll say. Very ticky-tacky. I'd like to see another angle, but very ticky-tacky. 1st and 8. Purdy will throw. He gets it in the backfield to Deebo, who will get a few yards there, and another penalty on the field. So this might be coming back even further. Looks like it is coming back. Pass interference, maybe? Yep, pass interference on the offense. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, actually did a good job lip reading there. And this one, another 15-yard penalty. The 49ers with 3 penalties so far on this drive. Yeah, he just can't. Made contact 5 yards down the field before the reception. I don't know really I can't see all the angles and stuff, but that was an awfully late thrown flag, though. Oh yeah, that was very late, very very late. 2nd and 6. Or did they decline the penalty? I don't know. No, they didn't decline it. I know that. All right, 2nd and 6. Purdy will go back under center, and you know this one's probably going to Mason. And it will. Mason cuts inside. Here is Mason inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. I also don't know, how does Deebo Samuel commit or not? When that was technically a running play, because wasn't that behind him? Wasn't that throw behind Purdy? Now that I'm thinking about it, wasn't that throw behind Purdy? So that'd be considered a run. So how is that pass interference? It's a question to to ask there. Nonetheless, Mason, 10 carries, 76 yards, 6.7 yards per carry. So a really good game so far for this guy. First and goal from the 2. Deebo will get it on the jet sweep, and I lost my fantasy game. Touchdown, Deebo Samuel on the jet sweep. And the San Francisco 49ers have taken the lead. Let's see if he got in there. Yeah, he did. Why, McCaffrey? Why? Ball came loose a little bit, but nonetheless, he's still in. 12 plays, 67 yards, 5:49 taken off the clock. And the 49ers have retaken the lead here. And the kick by Moody is good. 13-7 with 6:54 remaining in the first half. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown of the year. Doesn't come on receiving, comes on rushing. There goes my fantasy. I love how the first. Yep, I lost. I love how the first thing I said was, "There goes my fan." I lost my fantasy game. That's so stupid. What could I have done? I guess I could have. What is that? I could have put Madison in for Mostert, but who the hell knew that Mostert was barely going to play? Sleeper, I mean, as long as Brees Hall doesn't get any carries, then I should be fine. I mean, as long as Brees Hall doesn't do anything significant, then I should be okay. Christian McCaffrey has completely screwed me. Well, nonetheless, Deebo still's not gotten a receiving yard, which is frustrating. He's got a million rushing yards. I knew I should have taken him on the over. See, I would have taken him on the over on the rushing yards if I would have knew Christian McCaffrey was going to be out. So many things have messed me up because of Christian McCaffrey today. Oh, the 49ers lose now. I don't care if I bet them to win. This ball in the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets will get it on the 30. All right, first down. Rodgers under center. Hall in the backfield. There's a handoff to Hall, and he will be taken down. Just got about 3 yards there. Honestly, I thought Hargrave was held, but I digress. Hargrave, though, good job by him to get off the blocks. or get off that block because I thought he was held. But Hargrave has made a pretty big impact so far in today's game. Unfortunately, he's not an Eagle anymore. 2nd and 7 coming up. Rodgers once again under center. Here's a toss to Hall. And Fred Warner came flying in. Almost had him in the backfield, but Hall will gain around. I'm actually going to mark him down for only a 1-yard gain. 3rd and 5 coming up. Third and 5. It's got to go to Garrett Wilson. You got a linebacker right on him. If those linebackers drop, if this is an option for Wilson, I'm going out here. And there's a penalty. Yep, he goes right on the. He kind of went on the out. Rodgers to throw. He's just going to throw it into the turf. I assume this is 4th down. This might be a. Actually, Rodgers is known for getting defenders to jump off sides, so this could go either way. Nope, false start. Penalty's going to be declined, and the Jets will be forced to punt it away. John Simpson there. And yeah, okay. Well, the Jets will once again punt it away. Just have not seemed to recapture that magic from that touchdown drive, and Crowing will return once again. It's a good punt, and he'll get past the 10 and just walk at it around the 13-yard line. 5:18 remaining in the first half. The 49ers have a chance to add on to their lead. They've scored in their last 2. We'll see if they can do it again. 13-7 49ers. I think the Jets need to start switching up their game plan and not run the ball on 1st and 2nd down every time. I get that Breece Hall is a big part of their game plan, and I think that they need to start realizing that you have a Hall of Fame, while older, you have a Hall of Fame quarterback. You need to start acting like it. And for the 49ers, that means just keep doing what you're doing. Now that I've lost my fantasy game, Deebo Samuel needs to get some receiving yards here, so let's get that going. Garrett Wilson has 46 receiving yards. He had literally one drive of 46 receiving yards, and now all of a sudden he's not even got a target. I would also like Aaron Rodgers to run for 2.5 yards. Just need 3 rushing yards at Aaron Rodgers. One of my friends made me bet that. I wouldn't even bet that in the first place if what do you call it? I wouldn't even bet that in the first place if they wouldn't have if I would have never if he wouldn't have pointed it out to me. This guy, Mason, I mean, I don't know, this guy's pretty shifty. This guy can really make it off the second level. He really, he shakes linebackers really well. His career high in rushing yards is 69, and he has 67 so far, so he'll break that by the end of the night. I'd like to see him get in the end zone just for the hell of it. And Purdy will throw. He drops back. He throws this one over top to George Kittle, who gets the first down. And the Jets, I guess that might be their secondary coach. He is livid there on the sideline. And Purdy just lobbed that one up. Let's see what Kittle did here. And just once again, nobody is getting on him. No, like someone has to communicate and get on their assignment because they're leaving guys wide open in the middle of the field. In that case, it was Kittle. That was no special route or anything. Trust me, Kittle's a good, really good player, but I mean, that was nothing special at all. Samuel once again in the backfield. He's moving out of it, and now he gets a carry here, and Deebo will be taken down at the line of scrimmage. I thought Deebo said he didn't want to play like running back anymore, and they just keep feeding him the football. Christian McCaffrey out tonight with a calf, most scrimmage yards and touchdown in the NFL since joining the 49ers in 2022 Week 7. 2023 Offensive Player of the Year. This is the only second game he has missed with the San Francisco 49ers. I guess the Phillies got a walk-off with Clemens. Or unless they're playing in Tampa, actually. They are in Philly, actually. Yeah, they walked off. Here is Mason. And Mason, another good carry for him. And he breaks his career high. Only up from here. He really knows how to get through a hole and break tackles. This guy's good. I might have to pick him up in fantasy. Listen, if I would have known I'm a CMC one going to play, I honestly would have picked him up. I would have picked up the backup. I was thinking before the game I could have just picked up the backup if I knew CMC wasn't going to play. Purdy to throw. This one to Mason for a first down. He can catch too. This guy's doing everything. Under 3 minutes to play. And Mason here just out of the backfield just kind of shows himself. And Purdy with a nice throw. Gets it to him. Quincy Williams just couldn't. I don't think Quincy Williams expected it to go to him, though. Good job by Mason as well. He tucked the ball, made sure that, the catch was possessed. And the 49ers have scored on 3 straight drives. We'll see if they can make it 4. They only have to run one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They're at the 50. Fake here to Mason. Johnson on the blitz. And Deebo Samuel finally gets a reception. And with forward progress, I would think he gets around 2 or 3 yards. So that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. The San Francisco 49ers here have owned the second quarter. The defense has completely shut down the Jets, and the offense has scored on 3 straight possessions. They're trying to make it 4 here before the half ends. We'll see if they can do so when we come back. Every time Leonard Floyd gets a few inches to Aaron Rodgers, I think every Jets fan holds their breath. Oh, that's great for Cody Clemens. I mean, honestly, the Phillies have just had so many injuries in this month. So it's great to see Cody Clemens get a walk-off. Bases were loaded with 2 outs, and he just walked it off for him. I mean, what are the Phillies injured? I know Bohm's injured. Harper's been injured, but he played tonight. Listen, I think all that matters is Schwarber, Harper, and Turner for now, because those are the guys. Who the hell is Buddy Kennedy? I have no clue who that is. Who pitched tonight? Sanchez? They actually didn't even give up a run. Estevez was the one who gave up the run, but he still got the win somehow. He gave up the run. Yeah, that's so dumb. So he gave up the run. He could have ended the game, but he still gets the win just because Clemens walked it off. Honestly, terrible. That's how you know this stuff's screwed up. At least I'm not a Jordan Love or Puka Nakua fantasy owner because that would be really bad. Purdy hands this one off Deebo, and he gets a few there. It'll bring up third down. I'm going to see if the Jets will use their timeout here. And they will not use a timeout. Third and 3. And the 49ers will use their final time or use their first time out. I guess they just wanted the Jets to jump off sides, but they were not able to do so. So they used their first time out in an attempt to set up here for their next play. I'm just reading the official statement from the Dolphins about the Tyreek Hill thing. Sorry, guys. All right, third and 3. Purdy will throw. He drops back, has time, throws over the middle, caught. Deebo Samuel, and he's taken down inside the 30. And I don't know if he's frustrated that he could have got more yards or he's happy that he got the first down. I can't really tell. But you see, good job there by Kittle. He kind of takes out Reed there. It looks like Samuel is kind of flooding out there with Kittle for double out routes, but then Samuel does a really great job of snapping back inside on the break and is able to make the play. Was able to run the route beautifully, and maybe he got a little hurt there on the sideline. Maybe that was the problem. And Purdy, he's 5 for 5 on this drive so far. 36 seconds remaining from the 27. Purdy will throw. Has some time. Throws this one up top. Caught by Jawan Jennings, and he is inside the 15-yard line. And the 49ers now with a real chance to go score. They used their second timeout. Jawan Jennings in the Super Bowl. I mean, he was able to make some plays. He threw a touchdown to CMC. He was obviously Now, I didn't know this about Jawan Jennings. He was a 4-star quarterback coming out of high school. Then he switched to receiver in college. I did not know that. I saw that on TikTok. Now from the 13, Purdy to throw. He's going to get this on a screen to Deebo, who will be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Now for San Francisco, what do you do? They're going to use their final timeout. Hold on. Something about Sauce Gardner. Gardner is currently being held out of the game on the sideline, not due to an injury. Well, is that true? I could have swore I saw him in there. I know I haven't called his name, but is he actually not in there? Is he actually not in there? I don't know. Purdy to throw. Throws this one to the end zone. Incomplete. Going for Ayuk. It was through his hands. That was a tough catch. Really good throw there by Purdy. I mean, he really couldn't have placed it better. Let's look at this one again. Oh, that's a touch. That was a touchdown if Ayuk would have held on. Really great ball from Brock Purdy, though. Really tight window. Over the shoulder. Michael Carter got lucky there that he didn't give that up. But when Brock Purdy does get a clean pocket, he is one of the best completion percentages in the NFL. 3rd and 10. Purdy will and a timeout. I suppose it has to be by the Jets. The Jets will use one of their 3 timeouts in this half. And they will just probably try to get the 49ers to get a new formation for their next play. Ayuk, 3 targets, 1 catch, and he has 14 yards. And obviously, we know Ayuk on August 30th, he signed a 4-year, $120 million contract extension, $76 million guaranteed. That's the 6th most among wide receivers. So obviously, Ayuk paid as a top receiver in the NFL. Not really shown why tonight. Hasn't done much. I mean, the route was good. Carter really stayed on to him, but Purdy placed a really good ball. Purdy will throw again. He is just going to throw this one into the back of the end zone. Just going to throw it away. And that'll bring up 4th down. So with 8 seconds remaining in the half, the 49ers will send on Jake Moody, their kicker. And yeah, Purdy just really nowhere to go. Didn't really want to run. Didn't want to risk staying in bounds. Just the right decision there by Brock Purdy just to throw it away. 31-yard attempt here to make it a 2-score game. The kick is up, and the kick is good with 4 seconds remaining in the half. Jake Moody with his 3rd field goal of the night. It is now 16-7 San Francisco. So this half will most likely end on probably just a knee or something from the New York Jets. Other than that one drive, the Jets have really just done nothing. Their first 2 drives were abysmal. One resulted in a turnover. The 3rd drive was just great. I mean, they cruised down the field. Garrett Wilson with 46 yards on that drive. Rodgers only threw 1 incomplete pass. Yeah, total yards for the Jets in the second quarter, 5. I mean, Rodgers, when he's throwing the ball, does look pretty good, which I think they're going to have to adjust to in the second half because the run game's just not working. Like, Hall, he's getting them yards on 1st and 2nd down, but on 3rd down, the 49ers are just doing a really good job of pass defending. This will go in the back of the end zone. The Jets will get to the 30. I doubt it matters, though, to them, as they most likely will just knee it. I mean, Rodgers, he's not doing a bad job. I mean, he's made some, even the play to, he's taking some hits. Even the play to the little pitch to Hall, I mean, that was a good heads up play. It's just he got, Hall just got it knocked away from him, and Rodgers has had to move a little bit too. He's 7 for 11 tonight with only 64 yards passing, so he's going to need a lot more in the second half if the Jets want to win this game. They will take a knee, and that will take us to halftime. The San Francisco 49ers have scored on 4 straight drives. They will also receive in the second half. It is 16-7, and I will be back for the second half. All right, so we're back for the second half. 49ers receiving the football. And here is a kickoff that will go into the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, Deebo will need it in the end zone for a touchback. And we will start off with the 49ers offense. Salah got interviewed at halftime, and honestly, my advice to him is to just stop running the ball on first and second down every time. And Robert Sala's career here is 7-25 when trailing at halftime. So, not really a good record to his name when it comes to trailing at the half. Hopefully for him, he is able to fix that or improve that record here tonight. But Mason, he's going to have something to say about that, and he is going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage, so he's not going to have much to say on that play. That was Jermaine Johnson, who is not talking a bit of trash there. You better start winning the game before you start talking trash, man. So the Jets trying to adjust. Now to the run game of the 49ers offense. Obviously, Mason had a really big first half. 49ers lead the Jets in time of possession, 18 minutes to 11. Purdy drops back. He will throw. He is under pressure. He throws this one over the middle, caught by Deebo Samuel. Samuel trying to get to the sideline, and he's able to get the first down and runs out of bounds. Great job by Deebo Samuel to stay on his feet there, and also really good job there by Brock Purdy to just get the ball out of there. I mean, he was about to be sacked, and he gets it, finds Deebo over the middle, who realized that Purdy needs some help, and Deebo realized CJ Mosley was on his back and was able to get near that sideline. So great job there by Deebo. And he's now in the backfield with Brock Purdy, so we'll see if he gets a handoff here. And he will not, but Purdy will throw this, caught by Kittle, and he will get around 6 there. And Juszczyk here, actually Sauce Gardner is back on the field now, so Juszczyk actually was wide open up the sideline. Purdy instead went for Kittle. Kittle with 3 targets, 3 catches for 38 yards tonight. And here's a handoff to Mason, who is trying to dance around the line of scrimmage, and it looks like he only gets 1 yard. And more trash talking on the field from the Jets and the 49ers. There was Reed and Jawan Jennings getting caught up. And just, more pushing and shoving going on. I've seen a lot of that tonight here from these teams, and I'm not sure really what the bad blood is, but nonetheless, teams are getting caught up in a lot of trash talk here tonight. 3rd and 3 now. I don't suggest running it with Mason. The pass game has been working for the most part, especially the short game. So Purdy will throw, quick throw here on the out route to Jawan Jennings, and he will have enough for a first down. He is now limping on the field. Might have just twisted an ankle or something like that. Hopefully he's okay. And you see him right there in the slot, and just a simple out route right here. And just gets in his break, runs the route, and Carter just couldn't get there in time. Great job, though, by the receivers on the outside, kind of just did a nice job of blocking Carter. That was kind of the objective there. And Jennings, 3 catches for 41 yards, and Mason and Juszczyk in the backfield. It'll be a handoff to Mason, and he'll get around a yard there or 2. That'll bring up 2nd down. Jennings still limping around here on the sideline. Looks like he's trying to just walk it off. But he might need to go get checked out here, as it looks like that leg Got twisted. Yeah, it looks like that leg there got a bit twisted. And it might be actually be his whole leg, not just his ankle or something like that. So hopefully Jawan Jennings is okay. But now we continue our focus here to 2nd and 8. Mason in the backfield again. He'll move out of it slightly. And that is Bell in motion. Purdy will throw. Has time over the middle. Caught by Juszczyk. Great job to hold on. Mosley hit him. Gave him a nice hit while he was going for the ball. Or while he was trying to bring the ball in. So great concentration there by Kyle Juszczyk. It is now 3rd down and 2. Great protection there from the line. You see they're trying to get through the middle and just great protection. The guards and center all just kind of clumped together, making sure there's no switches happen. And here is Mason. He's able to get the first down inside the 35-yard line. And San Francisco is just absolutely dominating right now. They've scored on 4 straight possessions, and now a few more yards could get them in field goal range. And you just see the entire line. And this is how I mentioned this a few days ago when it came to someone like Goddard who was taking out the edges. The whole line moves over, and you got to take out that edge rusher. That is the tight end's job. George Kittle, probably the best blocking tight end in the NFL right now, able to make that block. Now something the Jets really didn't do earlier with Nick Bosa, and I think there's going to be a false start here as McKinley pointed that out. Jumped up and down for the refs to call it, and they will make the call. It's going to be now 1st and 15. Looked like McKivitz, who is the one who jumped. He has not had the best night. He's had a few penalties and has given up some pressures for the 49ers. So hopefully for him, he will pick it up. And you actually saw Ricky Pearsall there on the side. I think he honored the first responders at the beginning of the game, which was really great to see. Purdy gets this one off. He fakes to Mason. Purdy has time. He is going deep for Juszczyk, who makes the catch. He's inside the 5. And Kyle Juszczyk, who was open earlier up the sideline, Purdy didn't see him. He sure as heck saw him that time. And once again, miscommunication there from the New York Jets. You saw Chuck Clark there. Didn't pick up Kyle Juszczyk. He's got to pick up anybody who gets behind the second line of defense. He didn't see him. No communication once again from the New York Jets secondary. And Kyle Juszczyk able to get the Niners inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Here's a handoff to Mason, and he is going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage to about the 7. That was Holmes there on the tackle, and the 49ers are going to have to go back up to the drawing board on this one. 49ers taking almost 7 minutes off the clock to start this drive, and Trent Williams there, who was just trying to make a hole. Holmes just able to get by him, able to just run right by him, and able to make that play. Williams not able to get under his shoulder pad. He kind of just get up under the shoulder pad, take the other hand, drive him. Wasn't able to do that. And here is Mason again. This time he will get into the end zone for a touchdown. And San Francisco continues to dominate this game. 11 plays, 70 yards, 7:18 taken off the clock. And Jordan Mason has been something special tonight. And you just look at this offensive line. You look at everybody just blocking in. You see Kittle makes a play there on Mosley. You got to give him a lot of credit. And Mason realizes there's no hole up the middle, gets to the outside, has the awareness to know his blockers are blocking in, and is able to score for the 49ers. Moody's kick is good. San Francisco, they couldn't have looked more dominant tonight. 23-7 as we continue in the third quarter. 7:42 remaining. And we'll see how the Jets can answer for the first time in the second half. They got to answer quick because the 49ers took so much time off the clock. A 7-minute drive, you just don't see many possessions if your defense gives up a 7-minute drive. I mean, the Jets, as I mentioned, they got to throw the football. When they were throwing the football, it was working. But they got to quit. They got to get rid of it. Like the pass rush is coming in for how much the Jets rebuilt this offensive line. They're not going to do good. They're not going to do that good in the very first game they're all playing together against the 49ers. I think there's like one starter returning. So like, you're not going to have the best game in your first game together against the best defensive line, and probably just the best defense in the NFL. And we got the Bills and the Dolphins on Thursday night. I would just automatically pick the Dolphins, but I'm hesitant because of the fact that Josh Allen just completely, took over the game against Arizona this past Sunday. So like it makes me reluctant to want to just automatically take the Dolphins. I probably will take them because their secondary is just no match for Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. But we'll see. Anyway, we're back here. And Gibson's going to take this one out from about 5 yards deep. And that might have not been the best idea, as he's going to get tackled here at the 23. And some more pushing and shoving. And the ball got loose. And I guess he was down. He was definitely down. Anyway, the Jets on for the first time in this drive, or the second half, but you wouldn't think so because of the fact that the 49ers had the ball for so long. Brock Purdy was loving that touchdown from Mason. Christian McCaffrey loving it as well. I'm picking him up in fantasy, you know that. Because he's definitely going to get split carries not split carries, but he's definitely going to get some carries when McCaffrey gets back. And here's a dump off to Breece Hall in the backfield, who will get a first down. In the flats, no one really saw him. Good job there from Breece Hall good job from Rodgers just to notice him, realize the pressure's coming in, and just to get it away. The Jets, they got to score 3 times here to make this up. And with the way the 49ers are playing, it's going to be hard. The defense is going to have to do something, and the Jets are pressed for time, especially if the 49ers keep going with 7-minute drives. Hall again out of the backfield, and a solid gain there on first down, about 4 or 5. There's a 5-yard gain. So 2nd and 5 coming up. I wonder if they will pass it. It's going to be interesting. I think they'll run it, most likely. And I'm always wrong when it comes to this. Yeah, they will pass it. Rodgers to throw. He throws this one over the middle. It's in the air, and it's intercepted! Another turnover for the New York Jets. This one intercepted by the linebacker Flanagan Fallis. There is a flag down. And the headphones coming out for the first time today. It was tipped in the air by Lenore. Rodgers was going for Wilson. Let's see. All right, so the field's play stands. Unnecessary roughness on the 49ers. So the play will stand. 15 yards from the end of the play. San Francisco will get the football. Wow. Lots of frustration for Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Joe Buck is 100% right. And what do you call? I mean, that's really nobody's fault there. I mean, from what I saw, Wilson ran a good route. I think it was a curl, and just Lenore was just got out of his break and he made a play. He tipped it in the air, and thank goodness for him, Flanagan Fowles was right there to make the interception. I don't know what to think of the Jets anymore. I don't know. They just look terrible. Like one drive, they looked like they had a chance, and then have looked terrible, absolutely terrible since. Are we getting Hell in a Cell between Punk and McIntyre? Yep, looks that way. Yep, there it is. Bad blood, Hell in a Cell. I think we all knew that was happening. So yeah, I got to do a double on October 7th. It's gonna be fun. A double stream. Maybe I'll just do 2 streams in one. I'll just, do a Bad Blood stream and UFC stream all in one. Because Bad Blood has an earlier start time at 6, and then UFC starts at 10. So there would be like in what, maybe an hour, or actually, I don't know. There actually would be like an hour difference. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. Well, it's almost a month away, so we'll figure it out then. Anyway, Purdy on the field with the Niners, and he gets pressured and passes it to Kittle in the backfield. It's incomplete, and he was pressured there on the play. Let's go back to this interception here. I want to see Wilson. I don't want to see Rodgers. I want to see Wilson. Okay, here we go. Here's the actual play downfield. Goodness. Wilson, he runs a out route. I mean, Lenore does a great job sticking onto him. He keeps his hands on him the entire play. And Rodgers probably could have got that a little more outside, but nonetheless, it's still an interception. And here is Mason. Another great carry from Mason as he gets a first down. I mean, this guy's something, man. I'm telling you right now. And now Mason, another carry here on first down. He gets swung down after about a 2-yard gain. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle, who was actually a former number 3 overall pick from the San Francisco 49ers. Fun fact. 2nd and 8 coming up, and it looks like the 49ers, depending on what they could do here, are in for another longer drive, which would just be terrible for the Jets, saying the 49ers are able to score again. Use check in motion, Purdy to throw, and he's going to throw this one a little too high to use check. It's incomplete, and it's now third down. I don't know why he threw it so high. The Jets also without Hassan Reddick. He is in a contract dispute with them. He's holding out. He's in the final year of his contract. He got traded from Philadelphia back in the spring on March 29th for a 2026 third round pick. And now just not even playing for the 49ers. 49ers started out for the Jets. 49ers started out 1 for 4. They are since 4 for 5. It's now 3rd and 8. Purdy will throw. Throws over the middle. Little low. Incomplete for George Kittle. There is a flag down. This might just be holding on San Francisco. Hands to the face on the defense. And the Jets just cannot catch a break. That was on Jermaine Johnson. And an automatic first down for the 49ers. Way to get bailed out there. And Johnson didn't even need to do the hands to the face because he put enough pressure on Purdy to make him throw it, a little low. It's a bad play there by Johnson. Mason in the backfield. Now he will get it, and he'll get about 5 there. Second and 5. Handoff. Now there is a handoff to Mason. I think he even faked the camera guy out. And he gets about 2 there. Third down again. And this clock just keeps on moving. What are they taking about 4 minutes off so far? 3rd and 2. Purdy to throw. Has Mason, but he's going to go downfield, and it's broken up, incomplete. Went for Kittle. Had Adams broke it up there. See, I didn't like that play. Kittle was covered. He knew the safety was coming down. You had Mason open here. Yeah, look at him, wide open. Bad play there. Actually, it wasn't even to Kittle. That was to Subbard, the backup tight end. Bad play. They're going to try a 53-yard attempt here with Moody. I personally would have went for it on 4th, but Moody's kick is off the crossbar and in. Jake Moody barely makes it, and the 49ers continue with their luck tonight. It is now 26-7. And the Jets, they are going to need some quick points here if they even want to try to get back into this one. I mean, the Jets. I don't know. Quick passes. I said it earlier. That out route, like a 15-yard out, you don't do that. I said quick passes, and look what happened. You threw a 15-yard out, and it got picked off. And now Moody to kick off. And it will go into the back of the end zone for a touchback. I swear, it's got to be to the 35. Nobody care. I'm going to continue to say this throughout the entire year. It's got to be throughout the 35. There's got to be to the 35. All right. Here it is to Wilson on the screen, and there you go. See? Quick passes seem to work. Just let me call the plays. What was that, around 5-6 there? 79 yards in the first quarter for the Jets on offense, 27 total since. That was 6 yards for Wilson. Rodgers to throw, and he throws this one. Nice pass to Lazard up the sideline. I don't know how he fit that in. I thought that pass is supposed to be a lob over the shoulder, and he bulleted it. That's just how great Aaron Rodgers is. I don't know how he made that. That is a really good throw. You're not going to talk about that, but that is a really, no one's going to talk about it, but that's a really good throw. Lazard with 3 targets, 1 catch. That was for 26. Rodgers hands off to Hall, who will just get about 2 there. See, just don't do that. Just go with the pass. Rodgers looks like he's in his bag after that one. Just don't do that. Mike Williams has also not gotten a target. He signed a deal with the Jets earlier in the offseason, and he has not even gotten a look yet. Rodgers to throw. This one dropped by Breece Hall, and the Jets needed that if they wanted to keep their momentum going. It's now 3rd and 8. It was the right decision, honestly. You need a quick pass. You just try to get it to your running. He had the outside, too. I understand that. What's his face? Yidam was there, but you could have at least had the first down if he dived. Rodgers 10 for 16, 108 yards, and an interception tonight. 3rd and 8, and that's an offsides free play. Rodgers downfield. Lazard touchdown! And the Jets are on the board for the first time since what, the second quarter? Alan Lazard, 36-yard touchdown, and the Jets are back in it. Somewhat. What I say, quick passes. That's what you need. Free play there. Rodgers, probably the greatest quarterback of all time at getting guys to jump off sides. And just a dime there to Lazard. And they're going to go for 2. 20. Yeah, it makes sense, actually. 15. 2 scored. Yeah, it makes sense. Because even if they get 2 more touchdowns, they still take the lead, saying San Francisco doesn't score anymore. 2-point here. Conklin in motion. So does Hall. Hand off to Hall. He is going to be stuffed. I don't think the second effort got him in there. And he will not get it. So it will remain 26-13 with 1:39 remaining. And his elbow definitely down before the ball is able to get across. Yeah, the king of free plays, Aaron Rodgers, is back. 26-13. The Jets trying to make this one interesting. Man, Georgia versus Kentucky. Come on, give me a break. You're gonna advertise that. At least make it interesting. I never understood how some of these how you could advertise Fox advertises Ohio State versus the number 2 team in the country versus some bum team, like the number 2 ranked Ohio State, last year, number 2 ranked Ohio State, Kyle McCord, Marvin Harrison going up against whoever, and they wouldn't even have any notable players because nobody would know who they are. You just have to say going up against so and so live on Fox 12 Eastern, stupid. I don't know how you do that. See, I was kind of hoping that pass was the Garrett Wilson because I have Garrett Wilson anytime touchdown in this game, so it would have been a bit nice to have that. I might lose all my bets other than the 49ers winning. I thought the Jets would pass it more, to be honest with you. Well, I mean, then again, they barely had the ball. Still is a 2-score game, depending on what San Francisco can do on this drive, but they've just made so many field goals. I think they've made what, 2 touchdowns? That's 14. I think they've had 14 off touchdowns. And then they're at 20, 21, 24. Or what, they're at 26? They must only have 1 touchdown then. I don't know. Ball in the back of the end zone is a touchback. And you see a lot tonight. Look at the offensive. The offensive line does such a good job of shit. And they're, Troy Aikman's obviously pointing this out, but I'll tell you as well. Something everybody can have noticed all night. You just see the offensive line just doing a great job of shifting that Jets defensive line. And Mason has the awareness to know that offensive line's blocking inside. Let me get to that outside D gap and try to take it all the way. But the rushing tonight has been incredible. Rushing on the inside with the tackles, that being when Trent Williams and stuff like that, they have 19 carries, 105 yards, and a touchdown. And that's kind of when they push the line over on plays like that. And they'll give it to Mason once again, and he'll only get about a yard there. Sir San Francisco wants to take the time off the clock. Time is currently their enemy, as they do have the ability to score, but they do want the clock to go down, as they don't want the Jets getting any momentum. Deebo in the backfield with Purdy. He's in the shotgun, and he'll fake a toss to Deebo. Purdy has all day, and he'll throw this one over the middle. It is caught by Jawan Jennings. First down past the 35-yard line. And the 49ers just have to run one more play before we end the third quarter. Brock Purdy, so cool in the pocket. And you just watch the offensive line. Just a great job here. Nothing's getting by that. You only 3 men on the rush. And the defensive line for the Jets, everybody getting double teamed. And they just can't do anything there. Also, didn't really look like they were putting in too much effort, except for the one on the edge. I couldn't tell who that was at that time. Deebo in the backfield, and he'll fake to him. Purdy gonna roll out of the pocket, throws over the middle, caught by Juszczyk, who gets slammed. But forward progress will get him about 3 yards. There is a penalty flag down before the third quarter will end. Let's see what this penalty is. Put the headphones coming back on. Man, I don't know why they take so long to figure this stuff out. Holding, defense, automatic first down. And the 49ers tonight really getting bailed out by these referees. I mean, some of these penalties are worth calling. Like they're obvious penalties. But I mean, the Jets have just made some real stupid mistakes tonight. But the time will expire for the third quarter as the San Francisco 49ers have controlled this game all night. The Jets, they have made it interesting, and they've put some questions in everybody's head if they can make a fourth quarter comeback off that touchdown late in the third. We'll see if they can when we come back for the fourth quarter. Peyton Manning keeps it real about Brandon Ayuk dropping a pass in the end zone. Get those contracts done earlier so we can get in training camp and don't drop those balls opening night. Oof. I mean, he is definitely not wrong. So I thought actually what we could do is we could do for you. I'm still thinking about October 7th. We could do like WWE, and then like we could watch the prelims for an hour, and then we can go into the UFC. I don't know. It all depends. Who knows? Maybe I won't even stream WWE. Maybe I'll just do the UFC. It depends on scheduling and stuff like that. I also don't know. Maybe Notre Dame's on it. 3:30. Well, actually, I can just check. Notre Dame. Don't even get me started. Actually, about that team. That team was an absolute disgrace. They looked so bad. What time do they play? The 7th? Oh, they don't even play. It's their bye week. The 7th. Wait. 10-7, right? Or am I thinking of the wrong day? Or is it the 5th? Actually, it's probably the 5th. I'm probably just being a dummy. Oh, the 14th. Or no. Okay, it is October 5th. I'm so stupid. I thought it was the 7th for some reason. Yeah, it's still Notre Dame's bye week. And then Penn State. What time do they play on that day? Oh, we don't even know. Play against UCLA. I don't even know what time they play on the 21st. All right. Whatever. First down here from the 41 on their own 41 for San Francisco. Power I formation. A toss to Mason. He almost dropped it there in the backfield. And he will gain about a yard there. It's so far away, though, the event. So we'll just take it by ear. And you see Ricky Pearsall there. Obviously, very tragic situation with him. Was shot in the chest, but a few days after was already in the weight room. He was shot on August 31st. He was released on September 1st. He was placed on the reserve slash non-football injury list. He's out for at least 4 games. And I mean, he's looking like he can come back in that time. I mean, he really made a miraculous recovery. And here's a pass to Deebo Samuel. What a spin move by him! Gets the first down or more. Deebo Samuel inside the 35-yard line. And the 49ers are continuing to pour it on the Jets defense. And you just see a nice out route here from Deebo Samuel. Davis doesn't get low enough there on that tackle. That is something that these Jets are going to have to work on. They do not get low enough. And he missed that tackle there, and Deebo Samuel just continues to run there. I mean, Deebo didn't even get low on that spin move, but he just has that sort of talent where he can move. Jennings in motion, fake to Mason. Purdy throws it in the flats to Kittle, and he will be taken down out of bounds by Chuck Clark. I'm just doing a little report here on Ricky Pearsall. I mean, honestly, a miraculous recovery, and you love to see it. I mean, he was a first-round pick. He's supposed to be an immediate impact for the 49ers. I mean, he had a great catch in college at Florida, like that Odell sort of catch. And here's a handoff to Mason, who will get only a few there before being taken down. That'll bring up third down. Lots of third downs we're seeing from San Francisco. And they're just eating up time. It's going to be 3rd and 6. I mean, they're just continuing to eat up the clock, not letting the Jets have any room to come back here or to potentially come back. 3rd and 6. We'll see if the 49ers can convert on third down. Trip stack set on the left. Purdy looking that way. He's under pressure. He throws to the sideline. Caught. Brandon Ayuk. Another first down for the 49ers inside the 15. And they are just continuing to get it done here on third down. You look at Ayuk. Great snap on the out route. Carter backing up just a little too much. And Purdy, obviously, with a pocket that's not that clean, he hasn't been that good, but he's able to make that throw there. And just a great route there by Brandon Ayuk. He got low, he snapped, got out of his break quickly, and was able to make the play. At the 14 now, here's an end around to Samuel, who's going to try to get to the outside and is only going to get about a half a yard, maybe not even. And Reed there down. He's doing some push-ups on the field. I think you should try to stop the 49ers before you start kind of showboating there. And Brandon Ayuk catching the ball in between trees, I guess outside his house. I don't really see. I mean, I guess that's just some concentration work. Ayuk on the sideline now, as they'll probably continue to run the ball. And is there an injury on the field? Because the clock has stopped. And get an official's timeout. I'm not sure if there's a clock stoppage or something like that. I mean, San Francisco just continues to get it done on third down. So 26, I don't know if there was an injury. I didn't have the headphones on, but 26-13, 11-12 remaining in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 9 coming up, as they did give Deebo that 1 yard. And a handoff to Mason, who's trying to get to the outside, but he's brought down. Just got about a yard there. Play made by Devon Kinlaw, the defensive tackle, and we have an injury, so that was Michael Carter who got injured there on the play. And actually, they didn't even give him a yard. It's 3rd and 9 still. Third and 9 coming up, and San Francisco just going to go right back to that pass. While I'm watching that stack set, watching Jawan Jennings here. Purdy goes caught. There it is, Jawan Jennings. And he is going to be stopped short, though, of the first down marker. It's going to be 4th and 1, so a big decision here for the 49ers. Do you go for it and try to continue your drive, or do you just take the points and make it a 2-touchdown score game? Well, pretty much already is, but you get my point. Take the lead. Actually, no, it'd be a 3-score game technically. So it looks like San Francisco's going to go for this here, and I think the Jets are going to call a timeout. I think they either had too many men on the field or not enough men or something like that. I'm not sure. The Jets call their first timeout of the half. 4th and 1, 9:46 remaining. When we come back, we'll see if San Francisco continues to go for it. I don't know why they keep putting Trent Williams on the screen. Saturday, college football, LSU, South Carolina. Oh, yeah, they have this big SEC deal. Texas A&M and Florida. That should be a good game, actually. And then Georgia and Kentucky. Even though they're unranked, the Texas A&M and Florida game should be pretty good. LSU, I mean, I don't know. What are they doing? Why are the 49ers going to? They're gonna decide to send in the kicking team. I don't know why Trent Williams is getting so much. Is he hurt? He must be injured. He's played all 65 snaps tonight for San Francisco, and a lot of them have been run plays. He's had to move around a lot, had to pull, block inside, make sure that D gap is open as Moody makes the 23-yard attempt. So now it is a 16-point game, and Trent Williams is going to go to the locker room here. He just signed a contract in the offseason, and I guess Peyton Manning will tell you, said the same thing about Brandon Ayuk. Get these contracts done so you're in camp. And, the guys that took a while to sign those contracts kind of paying the price here. Brandon Ayuk, not the best game. Trent Williams, he's had a really good game in my opinion, but he ends up getting hurt here, so not conditioned enough. So we'll see how the Jets can respond. Still a 3-score. Now it's a 3-score game, and they're going to try and go down the field quickly like they did on their last drive and try to score a touchdown here. Field goals aren't really going to help. 16-point game would make it a 13. You still need 2 touchdowns, but with the way San Francisco is moving, down the field against this defense, I mean, honestly, it's a lost cause if you really don't get a touchdown here. How many points does Jake Moody have? Because the 49ers have had to make like 10 field goals. 22 points, 5 field goals, and 2 extra points. Which is my kicker. I feel like, yeah, McLaughlin had 15 points. And the Bears defense, 26 points, even though I'm losing in this league, the one with CMC. I mean, hell, I would have won. I would have won if it wasn't for CMC getting injured. I don't think Madison would have helped any. That would be a, 13-point difference. Well, how much am I losing by? I'm losing by. I still would have lost if I would have took out. It's not obvious that I would. If I would have had Madison in, I would have added 16.2. So I could have it. I don't know. I would definitely have the lead, but honestly, it's unrealistic to just play Madison over CMC. If I would have known CMC would have been out, I would have played Madison. And you see the Jets fan in the crowd. The Jets fans in the crowd, they don't seem to enthused. And here's Gibson, and he is just going to be taken down at the 24-yard line. And the Jets have given up 8 straight drives that have come within points. The good thing for them is that they haven't given up touchdowns. The bad thing is that they just have not been able to stop the run at all. And I get that the 49ers have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL, but you just are getting absolutely dominated on the line of scrimmage. You are getting absolutely moved by that offensive line, which the D gap is opening up like never before. And Rodgers going to hand this one off to Breece Hall, and he'll just get about 3 yards there. I just don't agree with this. Why do you keep handing the ball off? You need points, and you have 9 minutes to get 16 points against the 49ers. Second and 7, Rodgers to throw. This one caught. First down and more. Allen Lazard gets past the 40, and the Jets have to keep on moving. They're just under 9 minutes to play now. First and 10 coming up. The 49ers have ran 32 more plays than the Jets in total. Rodgers will throw, dumps it off to Hall in the backfield, and Breece Hall will get about 9 there. So the Jets definitely need that. I don't need that, as Breece Hall needs about like 14 more points to beat me. 13 now. And also the 49ers defense. I could use a touchdown here, but just not from Breece Hall. They'll probably hand it off to him here. Actually, no, they won't. Rodgers will throw, and he's going to throw this one near the sideline. Caught. Garrett Wilson first down, and first time we've seen Garrett Wilson in a while, and he's talking trash to somebody who's injured on the sideline. Couldn't really make out who. Rodgers 14-20 tonight, 173 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. So, not the greatest day for Rodgers, but he's barely been on the field. The 49ers controlled the game. Rodgers will not, the play's called dead. I guess there was a timeout taken or something. Oh, the last play was, they're rolling the last play, an incomplete pass. I guess Wilson did not get both his feet down. Let's look at this one again. 1. Yeah, no. Let's look at it again. Did he get? Ooh, I don't know. That's close. Did he have that other foot down when? Did he have that foot? Oh, that's close. I think it's incomplete because I think that foot that was stepped out of bounds was up when he got possession of it. when he was able to control it, I think that's the right call. Rodgers trying to fix Wilson's mouth guard or something. I don't know. Nonetheless, 3rd and 1. Just under 8 minutes to play. Wilson, 8 targets tonight, 5 catches, 52 yards, 3 men in the backfield here. Breece Hall is the running back. Lazard in motion. Hand off to Hall. He will be stuffed. He gets about an inch, maybe not even. It's 4th down, and the Jets have to go for it. How do you get stuffed? I mean, you have an extra tight end, an extra receiver. How do you not open up something? I mean, I get the Niners great pinch there, but how do you not open up something? And if you don't get this here, if you're the Jets, then you're done for. Rodgers to throw, Wilson over the middle, it's incomplete. A turnover on downs, and the 49ers will take over. Bit of a low throw to Garrett Wilson there. All my bets are cooked. But nonetheless, incomplete. Bit of a low throw there by Aaron Rodgers. That was Yiadom on the coverage. It's still 29-13, and the Niners are trying to close this one out. I think they're also in Jets territory, if not very close to it. So I would say chalk this one up if you're the Jets. Even if you get a 3 and out, it's going to take about a minute 40 off the however long it goes. I mean, Mike Greenberg just tweeted out Rodgers looks fine. That last throw was just. There have been some throws that I thought could have been better. I'd give him a pass though, because of the fact that he's just coming back. The problem I have with Nathaniel Hackett is the fact that he just kept running the ball and running the ball and running the ball. Like, you realize that you don't have that much time as the Nathaniel Hackett can't control the defense. You obviously can't blame him for that whatsoever. But you realize you have limited time. So with the time that you do have, you need to get the ball to the end zone. And if you're getting 3 yards, 4 yards a crack, that's good and all, but it's not going to get you where you need. If you can pass the football, you start out short, and you progressively get a little more aggressive as the drive goes on, and you get that momentum, you'd be able to score in a few minutes, like they did on their last touchdown drive. Now, lucky for them, someone jumped off sides, so they were able to, get a free play in the end. And Rodgers is just the king of free plays. But nonetheless, they were able to figure it out. Now they're going to lose this game here because there's no way the Jets come back with under 7 minutes to go and they got to score 16 points against the 49ers defense. It just doesn't happen. Unless they get a pick 6 here, I can't see them coming back. And the 49ers are just going to run the clock out. That last throw was bad by Rodgers. If that was in front of Garrett Wilson right in his hands, that was a 1st down or more. And here's a handoff to Mason, and they are still getting dominated on the run. Mason past the 30 down, right near the 25-yard line, and the 49ers are just dominating the New York Jets right now. Are you trying to say, was there an injury or was there pass interference? What are they trying to say here? Because I think that's a clean play, but I don't know. Are they trying to say that? I don't know what they're trying to say. Are they trying to say Breece Hall had that 1st down before? I don't know. I don't know what kind of excuses they're trying to make. Anyway, 400 total yards for the 49ers, 196 for the Jets. Mason gets the carry, and he gets around 3 there. It brings up 2nd down. The 49ers already in field goal range, so a touchdown is not needed. as they are just dominating this game. They pretty much dominated from start to finish. I mean, even though they didn't get too many touchdowns, they were still able to just dominate on defense. They held the ball. They were able to score points on just about every single drive. So in my opinion, this is a good win for the 49ers once they get it. And they better get this off, and they do. Here's a toss to Mason, and a great job there. This is what you love. You love to see this. DJ Reed is right there, and if Mason could just run right into him and try to just body him forward and just get the tackle, you can, um, you can do that. He just cuts right inside. 2 yards beforehand, uses that speed, and continues to get an extra few yards. That's what you love to see. Trent Williams back in the game. You honestly don't need him back in. I mean, the game's pretty much over. 181 rushing yards compared to 34. Obviously, San Francisco winning that battle. It's 3rd and 2. And the 49ers will call timeout as they try to get the Jets to jump off sides. Or that they're taking the flag or the timeout? Which one? I think they called timeout. They're saying the ref screwed the Jets. I don't know. Did he actually have his foot down on the play we were examining? I don't know. I don't think he had full possession. When his foot comes up, he doesn't have full possession of the football. Like, if you watch that back angle, and I'm kind of just playing it back and forth, like, he doesn't have full possession. You can see that. Purdy the throw, he pump fakes, and he's just going to take the sack. Don't blame him. 42-yard attempt here for Moody, as he has been a busy man tonight. And his kick is up, and his kick is good. And that will put the Jets up 32-13 with 4:20 remaining in this game. The 49ers have completely taken over pretty much from start to finish. They've controlled the entire second half. They've held the ball for pretty much the entire second half. And they're going to come out of this one with a victory. Lots of field goals tonight. That's their, 18th point off of field goals. So, they've controlled the game. I'm not going to blame them for not scoring touchdowns. The Jets, at the end of the day, have from what it looks like, I guess you could say, decent defense. And their red zone defense was good. I can't debate against that, as the 49ers scored like 2 out of, 4 or 5 times they went into the red zone. So I can't debate that. But, I mean, where you can't give them credit is just the defensive line. I mean, it looked absolutely terrible. After this game, I think you're just going to have to get this deal done with Hassan Reddick. I mean, I get he hasn't been in training camp, but at this point, you got to do anything, because this defensive line looked absolutely terrible. It got bum rushed by the 49ers O-line the entire night. I mean, that D gap was just opening up all night. The offensive line was literally just moving the line across with just no with nothing. And Rodgers comes out of the game. The Tyrod Taylor is in, and they've pretty much given up. Here's Brees Hall. And oh no, please don't tell me this is where my fantasy downfall comes into play. So the Jets have pretty much given up. They've waved in the white flag. We're under 4 minutes to play. Taylor under center. Hall in the backfield. It's 2nd and 7. Handoff to him again, and Hall able to break a tackle, able to get more. Brees Hall past the 45 down to around the 49-yard line. This is not good for my fantasy. Oh boy, 9 more points. Just don't get 9 more points, Brees Hall. Just don't get 9 more fantasy points, and we're all good. And all will be good in the world. First and 10. Gibson in motion. Fake to Hall, and now Taylor pass caught to Conklin, and he gets around 5 there. Taylor to throw. This one caught near the sideline by Lazard. Not sure why he reached the ball forward. I would think he would know that he had the first down, but I won't judge. I will not judge. And we're about 20 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. Taylor will throw again, and he throws this one up. It is almost intercepted by Ward. Second and 10. Taylor to throw, dumping this one off in the backfield to the running back, Allen. And we marked a yard short of the first down. That will take us to the 2-minute warning. I'm not surprised Jey Uso won that fatal 4-way match. And now San Francisco 2 minutes away from becoming 1-0 to start the year after a very impressive performance here against the New York Jets. They have just completely dominated. And we will be right back to end this one. I mean, just overall, I think this is more about, honestly, this game is more about the Jets than the 49ers. Obviously, with Christian McCaffrey coming in, we didn't know how the offense was going to look, but now that it's over, I don't think anybody really cares. This game is more about the Jets. Because when you saw how bad that defensive line just looked against the run, you're not going to like it. No one's going to like that. The secondary wasn't terrible. I thought the linebackers looked good. I thought they tackled well. The defensive line was terrible. The secondary was all right. Offensively, I thought the offensive line was good. I thought in the first half they gave up too many pressures, but then in the second half they kind of picked it up. But then again, they barely had time to play in the second half. I mean, Brees Hall looked good for the most part. He just didn't get. I mean, he got a lot of carries. Rodgers, I thought looked fine. I give him a pass for some of the bad throws that he made because he's obviously had a year off and he's, getting used to a whole new receiver core. He made some really nice passes to Garrett Wilson though, so I give him credit for that. And yeah, you just see the post game access. Sports Center with Scott Van Pelt. He'll have interviews and stuff like that if you guys want to check that out. And here's Allen on the run. He will get the first down. He'll get inside the 25-yard line as we continue to progress towards the end of this one. Three and outs, or 3 and out on the first drive, and then 8 straight scoring drives since. Taylor to throw. This one caught by Garrett Wilson, and he'll get about 9 there. Hey, maybe get a Garrett Wilson touchdown, please. Actually, yeah, come on, let's get a Garrett Wilson touchdown. Don't get me hyped up. Just to disappoint me. Taylor to throw again. Looking for Wilson. He escapes. He's going to throw this one. Caught by Wilson on the sideline. He gets off penalty. Come on. I need these yards. Oh, come on. I need those yards, man. Come on, refs. Jordan Madison had more carries tonight than any game since he was in high school in 2016. Gee, what was I doing in 2016? I was like what, in second grade? 3rd and 2 coming up again for the Jets. You got to be kidding me. I needed those yards, man. Come on, refs. What are you doing? Taylor to throw. This one over the middle. Caught by Lazard. That's a first down. Why are the refs even making calls this late in the game? Game recap. Yeah, you saw the good drive, like one really good drive from the Jets, and then it all went downhill from there. The interception, and then in the second half, you saw that drive from Lazard and Rodgers, and the incomplete pass that ended it. Not the greatest game for Rodgers, but not terrible either. Taylor, he will run, and he will get to around the 3. Jets have 40 seconds to try to put this one in the end zone. Garrett Wilson, touchdown, question mark. Please don't run it. Please throw to Garrett Wilson. Where is he? I need him. Just need him to get one touchdown, please. Taylor to throw. This one in the end zone. A touchdown for Alan Lazard. That's his second of the day. And the Jets will put up a few more points before they end this one here. They'll try to end this on a somewhat of a positive note. 12 plays, 70 yards, 355 taken off the clock for them. I would have liked Garrett Wilson to get that touchdown, but okay. I'm going to lose my bet there. Lazard, nice shake. I don't think they care, though the 49ers got him. Nice grab, nice throw. Nice play all around there. Rodgers liking it on the sideline. I'm sure they don't like what's happened here, but now Jets will go for 2. Taylor to throw. Just throws this one in the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Going for Gibson. And with 25 seconds remaining, the 49ers will just need to kneel it once, and they will end this one. Rodgers, once again, 13 of 21 of passing, 176 yards, or 167 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. So not a bad game, but not a good one as well. Upcoming schedule for the Jets: Titans, Patriots, Broncos, Vikings, and Bills. The Bills went on Monday Night Football. That's in week 6, so relatively not a bad schedule. The Titans didn't look bad against the Bears. The Patriots probably should be a win. Broncos should probably be a win. Vikings is a toss-up. We have to see what Sam Darnold looks like. Bills, based on the way they look, they're a toss-up too, depending if Josh Allen can carry this team. Hackett and Rodgers talking on the sideline, probably talking about what the hell went wrong. I'll tell you what, Hackett just completely messed up this game. I put a lot of the blame on him. Time of possession as well is a big problem. 38-21. I mean, the San Francisco 49ers continuously getting, a few yards on first and second down. Then on third down, just a quick pass, and they have another first down. Too much of that. Steep hill ahead. Three times NFC West champions in the past few years, and 4 NFC Championship game appearances, 2 championship game appearances, but the Super Bowl has been their downfall. Super Bowl has been their kryptonite, as they have not been able to win one in the 2 times they've gotten there, both times to the Kansas City Chiefs. And Brandon Allen will take a knee, and that will do it. The San Francisco 49ers get the win here against the New York Jets, 32-19. They start the year off 1-0 as they continue their push to try to get back to the Super Bowl. The Jets, some good, some bad. The defensive line was ugly. They'll try to get back on track next week. Aaron Rodgers in his debut. I don't know if you want to say his debut, his second season. The start of his second season with the New York Jets, not that great. It looks like Brock Purdy and Breece Hall will do a jersey swap here as we conclude tonight's game. And not really much more to say. I mean, that's pretty much it. I kind of broke down the game while it was going on. And yeah, that'll do for the stream, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe, the post notifications on. Make sure you guys subscribe to my brother, Living the Great Vlogs. Make sure you guys subscribe to my second channel at Ryan the Cog Great. Make sure you guys go follow me on X, Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Ryan the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast. Make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. Next stream on Thursday. Ryan the Great out. Peace.